I've had 21 broken bones, I've knocked out 7 teeth, torn a few ligaments, and ruptured a blood vessel in my brain. My name's Cowboy Kenny, and I ride freestyle motocross for a living. The daredevil thing definitely runs in my family. I'm a 4th generation motorcyclist. All my aunts and uncles rode motorcycles. My great-grandmother was a Motor Maid of America. The Motor Maids was an early women's riding group. There was about 30 women that originally started it, and she was one of the founding members, so it goes a long ways back. People are like, oh yeah, my dad rode, and I'm like, yeah, my great-grandmother rode, so motorcycles definitely go way back in my family. One of my uncles is Guy Cooper. In the motocross world, he is definitely a legend. A lot of people kind of contribute the start of freestyle to Guy. He would jump stuff that nobody else would jump. Whether it was faster or not, he was just out there having a good time and pleasing the crowd. When I was about 7 years old, I watched a video of Guy out practicing at the local track, and I was like, that's what I want to do. That is really, really cool, and from that point on, I pretty much knew that motocross was what I wanted to do throughout my life. It's kind of been history ever since. We went to Jacksonville, Florida. That was the second round of the Vans Triple Crown for the 2004 series. Had a horrible showing in Phoenix, but I went down to Jacksonville and tried to have a good time and put on a good show for the crowd. For the qualifying, I wasn't too focused on, I gotta win qualifying or anything. It was very limited practice, so a lot of guys were screwing up, and I kind of knew that. I just kind of went out and just threw my run in. I didn't really put too much focus on it, but enough that, that I could qualify. Jennifer, thanks.
My dad said you're the craziest driver.
I'm the craziest, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I remember being a kid and going to a couple of supercrosses and asking riders for autographs and getting turned down. And I remember how just pissed off I was at that rider. I just basically try to be a nice guy and have a good time with my fans. Oh, thank you. No problem. Great night. Without fans, we wouldn't have a job. No matter how good a rider you are, they're the ones paying the money to come see us ride. So I don't want to turn away anybody. I like to, let the kids sit on my bike and take pictures with them and high-five kids. Can you give me a high five? Yeah! All right. Thanks. I think I do have a lot of fans, not necessarily because of the cowboy thing, but just the good-hearted American thing, that they don't necessarily relate to the metal militia guys. They're not tattooed and partied and whatever, so they tend to be my fans rather than theirs because they can relate to me better.
Hey Kenny, I'm Karim, nice to meet you.
What's your name? Karim?
Karim, yeah.
Nice to
from
meet you.
Telemundo.
All right.
How's your Spanish? Not much.
Muy poquito.
Okay, don't worry. We're going to speak in English and then I'm going to translate in Spanish.
Cool.
Don't worry. Bien amigos de Ritmo Deportivo, como pueden ver ya estoy aquí en la mera cancha del Moto X, freestyle y toda la cosa. Y ahora estoy con uno de los protagonistas, mi compadre Kenny Bartram.
We do a lot of interviews at each event, from the promoters of the event to different media crews, but definitely every now and then you get one that stands out.
¿Verdad, compadre? No, Superman like, woohoo! So you are Lorenzo, compadre.
Yeah. I'm crazy?
Yeah, a little bit because you are like Terminator.
Now there was this one crazy guy at the Triple Crown that I have no idea what the guy was saying.
To win this event, ¿qué tiene que hacer para ganar el Triple Crown?
What was that?
¿Cómo está tu español, compadre?
Yeah, sure. I agree with that.
Just got so caught up in the moment, he was so energetic that sometimes he'd forget. I'm like, no habla español. So, I don't know, it was a fun interview. Going into the finals, I do know exactly what trick I'm going to do off of each jump. They have 75-foot comp ramps and a 45-foot kicker ramp. You have about 4 seconds between the landing, the turn, and the next jump. I write them down on a sheet of paper and then I memorize the run. When you're sitting back in the tunnel and you're waiting for your turn to go out, you can hear the announcer talking, fans screaming, lights are going, everything. You get this just butterflies in your stomach, turning. You hear the crowd, but you're trying to block them out so you can focus. There's a lot of stuff running through your head when you come out before your run. I beat Dustin Miller to take over the hot seat. I was able to beat him, just by throwing in a couple flips. The hot seat is basically whoever's leading the event at that point. If you beat the guy that's sitting in it, you take over and you're leading the event. Whoever's sitting there at the end of the night, that's the event winner. Had a really good finish at the Triple Crown. I got a second and a third, way better than the first round, so caught up a few points on Twitch and Bo Bamberg. Nate Adams took first both nights. Nate's run was kind of questionable whether it should have knocked me out or not, but I guess it had enough flip variations in it that it beat my run, and the rest of his tricks were really solid and smooth. Stay tuned, we're going to England when we come back. We're gonna tear up some rally cars and have some fun on the beach. We packed our bags at Jacksonville and headed straight for the airport, where we met up with Andy Bell and Travis Pastrana. They were also going to England for the Weston Beach race, but none of us were actually going for the race. The promoters offered us to drive rally cars. That's how they got us all to Europe. Anytime I can go gain experience behind the wheel, I'm definitely up for it. If I have to travel to Europe to do it, well, so be it. Innovate Motorsports has a rally school that they do. It's an academy that runs through the summer, and they have cars called an RST, a Rally Sport Trainer. They're basically like a very, very cheap Ford Focus that's rear-wheel drive instead of front wheel, and they're a lot of fun to slide around.
I'm dressed and ready for battle.
There was basically no instruction involved. They just handed us the cars and the keys to them and said, have fun. All the Innovate guys were there to help fix whatever we broke, which was definitely good because we broke all the cars they brought for us.
I killed it.
We went from the rally sport trainers in the parking lot to a real car on a real rally course. Fairly narrow road, raining, super cold all day long, but you could tear up a lot of stuff on that one.
Hairpin right cliff on the outside, you're gonna scream like a little girl.
We have driven all day long and we only broke 4 cars. It's because we only had 4 to choose from, but we only broke 4. We're definitely done for the day. But we'll be back tomorrow tearing up more stuff. Our hosts are treating us awesome. We have killed 4 of their cars, just drove the hell out of another one, and they're still taking us out to dinner. Can you believe that?
I'm not a very good, like, hot kind of person, like, anything warm. But he just offered me $100 I couldn't eat a duck.
Travis is famous for making bets, and he'll eat anything. They bet him 100 pounds, which is almost $200, that he couldn't eat an entire bowl of the hottest curry on the menu.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Hey, just this much is making my mouth burn.
God.
I can't taste it anymore.
We're gonna have to play clean.
I'll be so hurting tomorrow. Like, tonight is gonna be hell. Oh, it burns!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my ears burn!
Do not crush. There's plenty of time. Once you've got your posters and you've done your photos, please move away as quick as possible.
The Weston Beach Race is actually a charity race. It goes towards some England's children's charities, so it's definitely for a great cause. All the proceeds go to that, but the race itself is gnarly. There's over 1,000 motorcycles and everything is a mass start. 3-hour races in the sand, rain, mud, wind. It's just crazy. The mass start of the motor race was absolutely insane. You can't see a thing. You're just wide open in the tuck. You're getting roosted on the helmet, goggles, whatever, and all you're doing is listening for the guy in front of you to shut off. The race has a very diverse crowd of racers. You got guys that definitely know what the heck they're doing on a bike. Then you have guys dressed like Spider-Man and a gorilla and a bird, and guys could not ride to save their life.
I'm just done. I crashed so many times, and I've been nagging 2 injuries along here, feeling pretty good before today. I kept hurting him, and I'm like, you know what? Before I get really hurt, I'm just gonna pull out.
I felt like kind of a wuss for pulling out, but it might have been the smartest thing to do. I was one of the only ones that didn't end up in the hospital that day. Travis with his broken wrist. Andy had some stitches put in his knee from a last lap crash, so I was the only one that went to the hospital but didn't need to go. Came back from England, went to California. I'm living in LA now. I moved to California for a lot of reasons. Probably the main one is the motocross industry. There's so much industry out here that you're closer to it. Oklahoma, you're kind of out of sight, out of mind. So it's very close for everything versus a 24-hour drive. Also getting into doing the stunts and the hosting. This is, you know, obviously the TV capital of the world. So there was a lot of reasons to move out here. All right, here we are, Ivan Stewart's race shop. I've been doing some co-hosting for a TV show called Tough Trucking with Ivan Stewart, and Ivan actually gets to interview me today, so this ought to be fun. Tough Trucking is a weekly show that's basically about random fun with trucks.
We didn't break here, we actually just got stuck, so if we can get it out without breaking it, we should be good to go.
I have walked through the valley, was in the mighty ocean I did grow.
Ivan Stewart is a racing legend. He's the off-road truck king, and he's done desert races, stadium races. It was just a privilege for me to work with him and be involved with the show. Here we are. I told them I wanted to race. They found me a Ford, borrowed a helmet. Let's give it a shot. As with any TV production, it's the old hurry up and wait thing. You get there, nothing's set up, takes them a few hours to do the lights, but you sit around, you wait, and you finally get to do it.
Ready? Action. We'll see some of the coolest things.
Well, that's about all the time we have for today. For Cowboy Kenny Bartram, I'm Ivan Ironman Stewart. Thanks for watching.
See ya. All right, got the new 05 KTM, headed down to Metz's house, do a little riding, test out the new bike. This is Mike Metzger's house. I'd never been down here. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Supercross track, there's like 15 ramps there, so it's good to come down and check it out.
Rust on glasses, cigarette ashes. Party's over when the ghosts all gone. Through LA County, through darkened passes, services, which season comes at dawn?
When I go free ride, I practice all kinds of stuff. I'm working on new tricks. Now that I'm hurt, I'm trying to get tricks back that I used to be able to do, and then polishing up on the tricks that I'm already doing.
I followed it down, the stone past me, and in the kitchen now.
Derek Cook's a friend of mine, fellow Oklahoma rider. He was out here hanging out in California, so we've been riding together a lot lately. It's more fun to ride with somebody. You can kind of play off each other and like, hey, how'd that look? So it's good to get different influences and you kind of come up with your own style.
All of sins believe in, the road as it's bending, it's throwing me off.
That was huge, man! Great.
Swimming in mine, I followed it down, stone past me.
That was a good day of riding. Nobody got hurt. We all had fun. Got to ride a little different terrain. Broke in the new bike. I don't really know what's after motocross. I'll ride forever. I want to ride till the day I die. Just, I don't know how long I'll do it professionally. I'm not really thinking too much about the future. I'm just taking it one day at a time and riding. Motorsports in general are definitely a big part of my life. Anything with wheels and a motor or just wheels in general, as soon as I see it, I'm like, all right, we got to be able to jump it or flip it or crash it or do something with it. I pretty much do my own thing. I do get made fun of because I don't have tattoos and piercings and I wear the cowboy hat and I listen to country music and all that, but the reality is I don't care. I don't care what anybody else says about me. I know who I am inside. I just do my own thing. The brat is a sound the bike makes. 125s are more of a brat, 250s are brat, and you can have a really meaty brat, like nice sounding 250 or kind of a ratty old brat. Jumps sound different. Brat, 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 brat. There's a lot of different bad braps. If you gotta have a brat, 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 and it goes brat, that's a bad one.